Hey everybody, it's me. Now, in my last video, apparently my hair was a little messed up. My mom told me to fix it, so I'm gonna fix it this time. Okay, let's start. So, fall break started today. I scootered 2.5 miles to a thrift store, as you do, because the previous day I saw something really cool in it, and I also ended up buying more things, but I'm not really gonna show you them other than one thing because they're for people. Anyway, this is what I went to the thrift shop for. It is the jawbone of a deer. I bought it because I like it. I also bought this dinosaur sandwich cutout. It is the best 50 cents I've ever spent. He's just so adorable. And today, I went to get like tissues and milk and stuff. There was a farmer's market and I saw honey. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some honey. So I got this honeycomb and I took a bite out of it, as you can see. The funny thing is, out of that giant bite, this is how much wax came from it. That entire section was made with this much wax. Bees got it down, man. This kind of stuff is so strong and efficient that this pattern, the honeycomb pattern, is used, constructed out of cardboard and packed into the wings of airplanes. That's how strong it is. So I revised my upcycling project. I'm gonna do a little something different now, and to do that it involves poker chips and bent poker chips, because why not? Because actually it's because I didn't have any more dominoes. I only have 2 dominoes, which is kind of sad. But anyway, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna make a little platform out of the poker chips, but then I'm like, poker chips are pretty rigid, so I want it to go like whoosh. I'm gonna need, the poker chips would be fine going here and here and here, but it's the little whoosh that goes that way. The bendy parts of the little ramp that I want to make are gonna be hard, so I'm gonna need bent poker chips. And so my first thought was, hey, I'm gonna heat it up with some fire, and then I'll bend it because that'll be easy. And so I got like a lighter at the Dollar General, but all it really did to my poker chip was kind of make it black. And it was like an 85-cent lighter, and this was cheap stuff working together, so I'm not really surprised that it didn't work. I was going to do something further with the fire idea, but it was too windy outside for it to work, and inside would be dangerous, and I could go to the lab, but like all my friends left me because they don't love me, so that I wouldn't be able to go to the lab because they would need someone else to go with me. So I decided that, hey, why don't I just microwave the poker chips? And, is microwaving poker chips wise? But, for science, here's my first attempt. It's a little warped right there, especially. There's all sorts of stuff going on there. It looks gross. And, I actually put it in the microwave for like 4 minutes, and it warped on its own, and then I tried to shape it, and it didn't quite like that. So I tried, I tested some other things a little bit, like what is a good time to microwave the poker chip for, and stuff like that. And so I used that on this nude poker chip that I hadn't microwaved before, and I got a really good curve right there. That's a nice solid curve, and it doesn't really have any warps right here. So it's going to be a nice curvy curve for my upcycling project. So I'm probably only going to need about 4 of these things. So I'm not going to be microwaving too many poker chips. I've also been attending art club recently. We drew color pages the first week. And I don't have them with me because they got done taken. They were gonna be copied and stuff. But we did do a painting thing and a charcoal thing. For like the little painting thing, I used inspiration from one of my childhood favorite singers, that's the word. Where it talks about like when you hold an acorn, you're holding 1,000 forests in your hand. So here's a little acorn with a tree. Yeah, that's that. Then we did charcoal drawings, and I really thought I would be horrible at charcoal drawing. And you know, my first one, it was. This is kind of like this little man sitting in the dark with these two thingies looming over him, and he's got a lantern, which could like keep him safe, but he doesn't got any matches. But then I remembered that I had been randomly drawing hands. I started in calc class, so I'll show you these, and they're kind of, I don't know, they're a bit disproportionate. I try to do other positions like this. I really don't like this one. It looks chubby and disproportionate to me. Here's some others. Here's a little character that I named Mary. Here's more hands. Here's those. That's my math binder. And then I have some in here. There's this one, which is hard because I kept having to stare at my hands and then draw with my one hand and then stare at my hands more, so it took a while. My bent crooked pinky. See? It's crooked. Here's a hand that was supposed to be holding an apple, but I'm bad at apples. So it's just kind of like a vague circular shape. So that's... I used my talent of drawing hands, and I drew this with charcoal as a guy striking a match. So I'm pretty proud of it. It looks pretty dope in my opinion. So I guess we'll end on the rock jar again. There's 82 rocks in the jar. I've had 82 rocks in my shoes.